cooking. Just not gonna happen. All right, guys. So we're gonna do a honey pulled pork balsamic slider with an adult mac and cheese. The mac and cheese is gonna have a sharp cheddar. It's going to have mozzarella, and it's gonna have a gouda. I guess it's a gouda in the Huda. All right, so we're gonna start with the pulled pork because pulled pork takes a hot minute. So what we're gonna do is we're going to dice this. We're going to season it. We're gonna throw it in the Instapot. By using the Instapot, it speeds up the whole process, and I mean that's kind of what it does. But I can take a pork roast that would normally take a few hours, and this baby boy is gonna take 30 minutes. So let's get our knife ready to go. So I'm just using a generic chef's knife. You want to know, you can tell that it's a good knife mainly because the tang of the blade runs all the way to the hilt of the knife, all the way through. So if you're going to get a knife, make sure that happens. That's what the single most important piece. Yes, you want a sharp knife. Yes, you want good steel, blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, Crow, dude, check out the shirt. Can you see it? Do you see what it says, man? Do you see what it says? Come on, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Alright, you'll figure it out. Anyways, so you want to make sure that your knife is sharp, but at the same time, that's the single most important piece. Mainly because it's going to give you full range of the knife. It's going to give you full control. So when you're using your knife, you want to make sure that your thumb and your forefinger are on the part of the blade. That way you, again, have full control. If your finger is up here, it rocks, it socks, it just doesn't going to do that thing. Yes, sir. He caught it. He got it. I did it just for you, baby, just for you. And if your knife's like this, it doesn't necessarily work. If you do this, you don't have control. The knife slips. It falls over. Here, I control the blade. I control the blade. This right here is called a steel. What it does is it hones the knife. When you're using a knife and you're chopping, what happens is the edge, it starts to get jagged. It goes so by using this guy and going just like this, you put an edge right back on it. It doesn't sharpen it, so to speak, like if you were going to run it through a steel or one of those sharpeners, which actually takes metal off. And so that cuts the metal back into shape. This uses a type of it kind of pulls the metal shavings off. It's almost like a magnet. And so you run it at a 20-degree angle. It takes all those jagged edges, makes them straight again. You just go, doot, doot, doot. Nope, I missed. I totally missed. I almost hit my face. It's okay. So we're going to do this at a 20-degree angle. It's pretty average when you're using a generic knife. We're going to take a pork ribeye roast. So a pork ribeye roast is very similar to a chuck roast. What that's going to end up being is, what that means is it's got lines of fat. It's got this, a network, what is it called? You have an awesome Blaze part. Yeah, thanks Blaze. Appreciate you, brother. I don't know, it's a great idea. Yeah, when are you, yeah, Crow, dude, you need to start doing this, fool. Like, come on, man. A network, a intersection, a road system, a map of fats. It just runs through the whole thing. And so essentially what it ends up doing is it breaks down and it allows the pork to become super tender. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it into about 1-inch chunks. You can actually take this style of pork, this ribeye roast, and you can cut it and make it into pork chops. Just straight up the most tender freaking pork chops. Ends up being like a ribeye steak. Simply because the roadmap of all of the fat just running through this. It breaks down as you sear it. So I'm just going to cut it into 1-inch chunks. 1 to 2-inch chunks. It's a really, really quick, super simple thing you do. You just kind of toss everything together. Just like this. You want to slice the pork and you want to make sure when you're cutting things to cut them evenly. As you cut them, so I cut all the pieces into steaks, and now I'm cutting them again into chunks. Each piece is about the same size, and why would I want to do that? Why would I want to cut anything the same size? Crow, you got an idea, bro? You have an idea? Why does everything gotta be the same size? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, so the reason that you put everything the same size is so it cooks evenly. Otherwise, some things are done before others. So we're doing a honey balsamic pulled pork. Honey and balsamic, it's sweet and sour. So I'm gonna want something kind of salty to flavor the pork. Pork is naturally salty by itself. So I'm gonna go with a Southside Market barbecue rub. It's going to add another level of salt, another level of sweetness, and a level of smokiness, which is just gonna build on these sliders. Cook evenly throughout, my man. So I'm gonna put all of the pieces out here, and I'm just gonna give them a quick dance. When you're seasoning, season up high. When you season up high, you get a much more even coating. So we want to do that. Flip, toss, flip, toss, flip, toss, flip, toss, flip, toss, flip, toss. Da, 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 da. Everything's nice and coated. We're going to throw it all into the Instapot. So I'm not going to add any liquid to this. I don't actually have to with this Instapot, mainly because it's pork. Pork creates its own juices. It's going to create its own, what you call it? Come on, let's hit the button. I want to cook this for about 35 to 40. We're going to cook this for 40 minutes. It actually is pretty legit. Where was I going? So the Instapot, pork renders down its own fat because that roadmap of fat lines, they just break down in the Instapot. It's just like with a brisket, you cook it low and slow, so all of those tendons, all of that fat just breaks down super slow. The Instapot speeds up that process, so it instantly just hits it with so much pressure that it just breaks down instantaneously. After about 30 to 55 minutes, depending on the size of the roast, it incinerates. What do we got? Woohoo! Ribs are tasty. Great recipes to cook the ribs in ginger ale. That sounds like a badass recipe, dude. You need to send me that recipe, and I will do it on stream, man. I will totally do it. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the knife, and then I'm going to wipe down my cutting board, and then I'm going to flip it so that we can start our pasta. So we're going to do it a quick and easy adult mac and cheese. This is not just your generic mac and cheese done up with Velveeta, a little bit of some shells. This ain't your blue box. Now, don't get me wrong, blue box can be slamming. There ain't nothing wrong with no blue box. I'm gonna flip our cutting board over because a cutting board swings both ways, baby. We got a dark side, we got a light side. It's like the Force, man. You got the dark and you got the light. Sometimes you gotta spend time in a little bit of each. Will do. You, sir, are my friend, and I appreciate you, fam, and I'm waiting for that recipe. I might do it next. I'm going to do it after the burger, though, because Kush threw me a great burger recipe, and I'm going to have to do it. It's like a fully loaded chili cheeseburger, and I don't know what happened to me when I saw it, but whew, I had to have a cigarette and a sandwich. You know what's up. Okay, so with the pasta, we're going to get our pot of water going. I've just got a pot of water with about 3 to 4 cups of water. And that means I'm going to add at least 2 tablespoons of salt. I want to make sure that I am salting my water very, very well, but not too well, because then my pasta is crazy salty, and I got to make sure that my sauce is bland. You always want to salt your water. With potatoes, with pasta, with rice. The difference in a $2 chicken Alfredo and a $12 chicken Alfredo is nothing but salt. So if your pasta's bland, it's because the retard that was fucking cooking that shit didn't add no salt to his water because he don't know what the fuck he's doing. And that's some bullshit. You take that stuff back to the kitchen and you say, hey, let me show you something because you just learned it. Throw the pot on the water and you just add that salt. And you turn around and you walk away. Mic drop. Like, that's all you got to do. Salt Bae showed all of us how to do it, so you just got to show them. Especially if the food sucks. The mac and cheese on... Dude, yeah, you, sir. Mac and cheese on a burger slams, hands down. Okay, so we are going to I've got my oven on for my sliders because I've got potato buns that I'm going to slice. And then I don't want to get those out and slice them right now because they'll start to dry out. I don't want that to happen. We have the water salted, ready to go. It is about to start boiling, and it's going to cook the pasta really quick. So now we're going to start our mac and cheese. Or we're going to start our pasta sauce. Get a pot out. Actually, I'm thinking I'm going to start my honey balsamic reduction. Because I want this to really just kind of cook slow and low through the whole thing. I mean, it's going to take a hot second for the pork to shred, so why not get our reduction just, getting it nice and saucy. Nice and saucy. By the way, I'm drinking Lagunitas IPA. It is a hazy IPA. It is absolutely delicious. You should drink too. If you're not, let me know and I'll drink for you. I have no problem with that. So we're going to turn the heat on to about a 3 on a scale of a 7. I'm going to add a cup of balsamic vinegar. This is a 3-leaf balsamic out of Modena, Italy. When you're looking at balsamic vinegars, if it's got a leaf system on it, you know it's legit. That's basically a rating system in Italy that allows you to gauge, not justify, gauge your type of balsamic from a 1, 2 to 3 to a 4, as well as how it is aged. This is a 3-leaf. It is not aged, so therefore it's not going to be syrupy. It's not going to be super, super sweet, but it does have some viscosity. It will have some level of sweetness to it. Come to the back, I swear. So essentially, we're going to get this warmed up. We're going to add a cup of this guy. Cup and a half. I don't know. We're just going to get that going. So what I want this to do, I want this balsamic vinegar to just cook down. I just want it to boil. I want it to reduce. What's going to happen is it's just going to sweeten up. It's going to turn into candy. It's going to turn into this beautiful syrup. My bad. Wasn't for you. Whatever. Whatever, Crow. Or whatever, Kush. You want me to come to the back. Just saying. But we're going to start with the balsamic getting reduced. It's going to tighten up. It's going to sweeten. It's going to be able to turn exactly what I want it to be when I toss it with the pork. Because the pork is going to absorb so much liquid that I need to make sure that this is the bomb.com. If it's not, I don't even know what's going to happen. Shh. Nobody tell anybody about Kush because, we're not talking about it. We're just not talking about it. Hey, did anybody go get Cece or Violet? Because they said they was going to show up. And I don't see them. Then again, I can't actually see who's, stopping by and watching. And that's okay. Because I don't mind. But I'm just saying, prioritize. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to shred some cheeses. We're going to chop some mozzarella. I'm going to shred the gouda. And I'm going to shred the cheddar. At the same time, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to start my roux. I'm going to start my sauce for my mac and cheese. So let's see if I can find my shredder. I better be able to find this motherfucker. I can't find my... Where is it? I need an adult. There it is. Hey, alright, y'all don't make fucking fun of me because I can't reach this shit. Sometimes you need an adult and you don't have one. You improvise, motherfuckers. Not just for sharpening knives. Boom. Let's go. Oh, wrong one. That was bad. I was heating up the wrong pot. It's okay, pot. I don't mind. Okay, so our water is boiling, so we're going to add the pasta. There's kind of a cool trick that you can do with pasta, actually. So with boiling pasta water, I can actually turn this water off right now. Give it a quick stir, and it will put a lid on it, and it'll finish cooking. I don't have to do shit. So I'm just going to give it a quick stir. I'm going to let it cook for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to turn it off because, mainly because I'm working here, and while working, it's going to absorb all of the heat. It'll cook. I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to watch it. It's going to expand. It's going to do its thing. So let's get on with the cheeses, yo. Let's get on with the cheeses. I'm gonna need another nifka. We'll bust out with the shun. Anybody have a shun set of knives? Hey, Crow, what kind of knives do you use, bro? Because shuns are where it's at, man. These things are so dope. Sharp as shit, man. They are just sharp as hell. Alright, so we're going to open up. This is the Gouda. This is a Gouda out of, this is Beamster. Beamster is a phenomenal company. And this is a 2% Gouda, so it's not a full milk. So it's gonna have some softness to it. It's gonna be a little bit creamier. And so with aged cheeses, they harden, and they end up being, they're a lot more lactose free, which is really nice if if you're not diabetic, but if you have a dairy allergy or a sensitivity. So I'm actually gonna cut the rind off, and just kind of cut around it. Really simple. Your knife acts like a guide. Cut the rind off, get rid of it. Nothing I can do with it. And then we're just going to shred. This is a grater. It's a really good grater. I got it as a wedding present. So I'm just going to use this. It's going to be really quick. Very easy. And so... Oh, shit. Somebody tell me that my pot of water is boiling over. Motherfuckers. I'm over here like, chit-chatting and bullshitting. And I got a pot of fucking water boiling over. Okay, that's cool. Apparently there's like tricks you can do. You can add oil, you can set a spoon on top. I don't think any of those actually work, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to just shred this cheese real quick. Nothing too fancy. We're just, just getting it going. Just getting it going. And the Instapot is started. We got about 38 minutes to hang out. Get this going. So we're going to make this take as much time as fucking possible, which is cool. It's okay. So we're just going to chill, man. We're just going to chill. Ask me a bunch of questions. Hang out. I don't mind. I will answer any culinary question that I can. And we can chit-chat. We can talk about anything you want. And I'm going to eat this piece of cheese because I'm kind of hungry. But look at that. That is gorgeous. We're making it rain cheese, baby. Making it rain cheese. Set that to the side. Let's do the cheddar. Everything better with cheddar. Alright. So, Kush, if you're still watching, bro, why did you choose cheddar, Gouda, and mozzarella? Those are all three very, very different cheeses. Now, they are very good cheese. Don't get me wrong. No, there's nothing wrong with them at all. They actually blend super well. But I'm just curious. Did you have it somewhere? Was it like a thing? Somebody be like, oh, hey, I made this mac and cheese. It had a Gouda and a cheddar and a little mozzarella. The wife is beckoning for cheese. So we give her shreds. Give her shreds. Need more drinkage. So good. Okay, so while we're waiting on the vinegar to reduce, the pork to cook, and the pasta to cook as well to get soft, we're going to continue to shred the cheese. I'm not going to cut the cheese. I'm going to shred the cheese. So don't get funny. Don't get funny. It's not that funny. All right. So this is an aged sharp cheddar. This is an artisan cheddar done from one of the local companies here in Texas. It is from the local grocery store, H-E-B, and it is a phenomenal cheddar. They have it in white and they have it in yellow. So we're just going to kind of shred this up. Boom, boom, boom. Nice little bites. A little bit more. So I'm getting around a cup and a half of cheese per piece that I'm using, which is actually pretty dope. It's a good amount. And so then I'm going to add, it's a cup of mozzarella, so it's 3 cups of cheese. So let's talk about the sauce. When I'm making a cheese sauce, a typical cheese sauce, a traditional cheese sauce is called a Mornay, which is a bechamel with a Swiss accompaniment. Then you have a cheddar cheese sauce, and you just have a regular bechamel, which is going to be white gravy without black pepper. It does look good. It looks really good. So we're just shredding some cheese here. It's just shredded cheddar. So with the roux, roux is, if you've ever made country gravy, you know, for like biscuits, for chicken fried steak, you're making bechamel sauce. You're making the #1 mother sauce. It is literally flour, a fat content, and butter. That's it. I mean, flour and fat and milk. That's it. That's all it is. There's nothing more to it. Look at this. This is dope right here. And this is mine. That right there. This is gonna be so fucking cheesy, bro. So fucking cheesy. Okay. Our balsamic is starting to tighten up. It's starting to boil. The pasta is doing its thing. I dropped it down low because I really want it to absorb that water. The water is salty, so I want my pasta to have flavor. Flavored pasta is 9 times out of 10 will bring you back to the restaurant. If the pasta's not flavored, you'll be like, that mac and cheese was okay. That Alfredo was okay. No. Salt, dude, salt changes everything. There's a reason it's in everything. Okay, so our mozzarella ball. Mozzarella, when made fresh, only lasts a couple of days. So these are packed in a water solution. It's actually a salt water solution. And so it allows them to keep fresh and allows them to just stay and travel and do all those fun things. So we're going to cut this very gently so that we can take the mozzarella out without making a big splash, because I don't really want water all over my motherfucking cutting board. So we're just going to kind of bloop, bloop, bloopity, bloopity, bloop. Okay, cool. We got mozzarella. This sucker is tender. Look at this. Let's taste it. Oh, it's good. It's really good. But sometimes, like, I don't even have to take a knife to this. This is so tender. Sometimes when you're buying these store-bought mozzarellas, especially the buffalo mozzarella, which is your traditional handmade mozzarella, it ends up tasting like rubber. And this stuff is, I mean, it is just shredding apart. This is, dude, I'm so glad. What am I drinking? A Lagunitas Hazy IPA. It is a IPA out of, I have no idea, but I need to eat another piece of this. Oh my god. It's good. So good. So we're just shredding up this mozzarella. Typically, mozzarella is not going to shred like this, man. Especially straight up out of the package. Normally it tastes like rubber. I hate pre-packaged mozzarella. But I took a chance. This was a little bit pricier than the traditional one. But I'm glad that I did. Like, I'm like third piece. I love mozzarella cheese. So good. Alright, let's look at the beer again. It's a Lagunitas India Pale Ale, brewed out of California. So you can probably buy this almost anywhere. It's delicious. Tastes like grapefruit. And I like grapefruity beers. Delicious. Okay, our oven is on, set, ready to go. Our balsamic is reducing. And the mac and cheese, or the pasta, is starting to rock and roll. I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit on my balsamic. So I really want that to reduce down almost by half. I want it to be this gorgeous glaze because I want to toss it with the pork, layer it on the potato rolls instead of Aloha or Hawaiian. Hawaiian rolls are too sweet. Honey balsamic, sweet roll. Potato rolls, buttery, not sweet. Flavorful. So you've got potato roll, butter. You have the sticky sweet pork. And then Havarti cheese is where we're going. So that's creamy and soft. It's going to melt so gorgeously. Then I'm going to do a butter sriracha that I'm going to brush over the top. just to give it some spice. Then I'm hitting spicy, fatty, salty, sweet, and acidic. So I'm hitting all of those umami style flavors. It's gonna be bomb dot motherfucking calm. So now we're going to start our pasta. No, we're gonna start our mac and cheese sauce. It's a roux. It's a mother sauce. It's a basic bechamel. It's a combination of milk, flour, and butter. That's all it is. I have flour somewhere. There's a flour. You want to make sure that you get your ratio right. If you don't, then it ends up being really, really thick. And there's only so much she can take, Captain. There's only so much she can take. So we got a little unsalted butter. And so I know I talk about salt a lot. There's a reason. It's flavor. But what can flavor do? It can either be underwhelming or overwhelming. With salted butter, it's only good in like cookies. Like that, it's good for baking, but at the same time, it's not necessarily good for baking. But for cooking, you want unsalted butter. So we're going to turn our heat on to a 4. We're going to give our balsamic vinegar a kind of a little shush. And we're going to stir our pasta just a little bit more. It's already starting to expand. It's starting to double in size. We've got about 20 minutes left on 20 minutes. That's a big difference. About 29 minutes left on the clock. So we're just going to chill. We're going to actually bake this mac and cheese. So I'm going to need a casserole dish. Because what we're going to end up doing is we're going to make the sauce, toss it with the pasta, and I'm going to toss it with Ritz crackers. Should I toss it with Ritz crackers, or should I toss it with... I was going to do loaded potato chips, but I don't have very much. But I do have Ritz. I'm glad I do. I'm glad my wife let me eat them, or not eat them, but should eat them all. When you're baking mac and cheese, having a nice golden crusty thing on top is phenomenal. Way better than panko breadcrumbs are crackers or potato chips, or if you're doing a sweet casserole like sweet potatoes, doing fucking Nilla wafers, cookies. Why not? It's your dish. Make it with what you want. There is absolutely no rules in cooking. It's just steps. You have a fat, you have a binder, and that's it. So I could do this with bacon fat instead of butter. I could do this with bacon fat and flour or cornstarch, and then chicken broth or beef broth. Same process, same set of steps. Different product, different result, different flavor result, but same result. It still ends up being a gravy. It still ends up being a sauce. Absolutely nothing to it. Mickey, how was my pizza yesterday? It was actually pretty good, man. I did some Domino's. I know you guys got Domino's out there in Canada. Well, you might, but it was a chicken taco pizza. It was actually pretty good. So our pan is on a semi-low medium heat. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna do about 3 tablespoons of butter. I wish I had some bacon fat. Oh my God. We're going to throw butter in there, into the pot. We're going to return our regular butter to the fridge. No, we're not, because we're making a butter sriracha sauce later. So we're just going to set this near pots so that it softens later. So we're going to... Ooh, man, this is starting to get really, 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 really tight. That's what she said. I love making my own That's What She Said jokes. They are so fun. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's starting to get nappe. Nappe means coating the back of a spoon. Look at that. That is gorgeous. We're going to add honey to this, and we're going to turn it off, actually. Turn the heat off. I'm going to add my honey, and that's it. While I'm doing this, my butter is melting. It's a very, very simple... God, I fucking love that word. It's simple. I want it to melt. I need it. I can't add flour or some sort of dry ingredient to cold butter. Who's on here? Hey, Plumber. I don't know how to say that name, but thank you for fucking talking. By the way, any rules in chat while you're cooking? Yeah, let's not be racist. Let's, if you're gonna talk about politics, don't be a dick. I don't really give two shits about religion, but, CC, about time you fucking showed up. I don't have a whole lot of rules. Just don't be a dick. There's no point. I'm not here to make fun of you. You're not here to make fun of me. I will fucking cut you, but that's fine. I'm the winner. It's not that I'm the winner. It's that I'm the one doing the stream. So, yeah, my rules. I win. So we're just going to add the honey. It's getting nice. I mean, look at this shit. Look at that. That is gorgeous. We're going to toss that with our pulled pork. Oh my God. Damn you, Kush. Damn you, sir. No garlic. I don't want garlic in it right now. I've got garlic in the seasoning for the pork. I may toss it in some a little bit later, but I'm not going to add garlic to the sauce. I'll probably do a little bit of garlic in the butter with the sriracha for the top of the slider because I want a full bite. Adding garlic to the sauce, if I had garlic powder, I might. But I don't because I'm a horrible chef, so I'm not. What do we got on chat? Makes Gordon Ramsay watch. You should make Gordon Ramsay watch. He emailed at me for being late. Yeah, Crow, you do need to yell at her. We are chefs around the world. Drink some beer. I feel you. I am from Germany. My man. Except, hey, okay, so you got to tell me why you guys drink warm beer. I drink warm beer because I just like drinking beer and it got warm, so I'm going to drink it. That's just my thing, but I'm kind of curious. Anyone believe in one God or hundreds of gods? Wrong. Okay, like, I get it, perp phase, that I said to talk about, like, a religion and stuff, but that means that's not what I really want you guys to talk about, but whatever. Don't start some shit, bro. But good on you. I've never been an IPA guy, but now I am. Well, starting it. Okay, I'm taking notes. You should be taking freaking notes. But I'm used to drinking sake too. I wish I had some freaking sake, but I'm not making sushi. When I start making sushi, I'll make sushi on stream. Sometime I have a sushi video on my YouTube. It's just a quick sushi video on making the rice and then rolling it. I did a spicy crawfish roll. It was pretty baller. But yeah. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm allowing this butter to warm through. If you're from America, you have this thing called gumbo. Gumbo, it's all about the roux. The darker, the better. As this warms through, the butter gets into stages. It's going to get to a chestnut style. It's going to become a light roux. Then it becomes a brown roux. Then it becomes a dark roux. I don't need those things right now. I just need a very, very, very light roux. I don't need it to get nutty. As it warms through, as it cooks, it develops a very, very nutty, a peanutty flavor scent. So if you pick up pecans or peanuts, you go, do that shit like you're fucking like doing some coke, man. You just like get into it. It starts to, it smells brown. That's just a really good way to explain it. It just smells brown. What are you cooking, if you don't mind me asking? Look at the title. That's cool. I'm glad you can read. Okay. So, this sauce I'm going to now add. I've got 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. And our pasta is looking good. I'm going to turn the heat off. Let it absorb all that deliciousness. If I drain this pasta now, what's going to end up happening? It's going to end up drying out. It's going to stick to each other. It's going to just be like nasty. Nobody wants some nasty pasta. I'm going to have to add it back to hot water to rehydrate it and then do all these other things. Can read dying. I know it's so funny. It's just so funny. Okay. When making bechamel, Bechamel is the mother sauce. It's the number one mother sauce. It's what we're making, and then I'm adding cheeses to it for the pasta. Don't get confused. There's a very, very minimal difference between bechamel and white gravy. Most of it is a seasoning. It has nothing to do with the process. The process is the same. So I'm going to make a white gravy style with flour, butter, and milk. Then I'm adding cheeses to it. Then I'm folding in pasta. Bada bing, bada boom. Realest recipe in the room. How you doing? Ends up being mac and cheese. Exactly. So, let's go. When you're doing a bechamel, it is equal parts flour to butter. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm about to add 3 tablespoons of flour. God, I hope, because I'm not actually going to measure. I'm going to do my voodoo magic. And hope for the best. So we're going to turn our heat up. Oh, why did I turn that shit off? We're going to turn our heat up to a little bit of a medium low or a high-low. Going to do a little dance, make a little love, shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pup. Listen to me now, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pup. All right, 3 tablespoons is just under 1/4 cup. I'm gonna put this motherfucker up. Bam, it's gone. So then we're gonna take our whisk and we're gonna combine it. This is actually what's going to make the roux. Is the combination of flour and butter. When I was talking about earlier, this is what I'm talking about. It's the roux is the combination of fat and flour. No matter what fat you use, it can be olive oil, it can be regular canola oil, it can be vegetable oil, it can be bacon grease, it can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. You just want it to be there. So I'm gonna let the flour cook out. I don't want that flour taste. I want to come over and just eat everything you make. Yeah, you do. Y'all both. We are actually. She's in Houston. I'm in Austin. We're about a 2-hour drive away. It's not that. It's not complicated. We'll meet up for some barbecue. It'll be great. Was that an Enzo Amore reference? Yes, it was, sir. I am the Chef Talker Skywalker, and I got a fucking knife saber for you. That's what's up. Man, I love this guy. So if you are, as I'm paying attention to my pasta, it is absorbing the shit out of the water. That means it is expanding like crazy. It is osmosising. Is that even a word? Osmosising. It is absorbing the water, all of the flavor. It's like a brine or a marinade. So if I had flavored that water with something else, garlic powder, chili flake, fucking anything, black pepper, it would absorb into that pasta and flavor that pasta. So if you want spicy something, add chili flake, add sriracha, add something to that water, let it sit, let it be patient. When you're patient, good things happen most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. That's why they say, hey, wait, just fucking wait. By waiting with that process, it's going to absorb all the flavors in the water. I flavor my water, I flavor the pasta. You flavor a brine, you flavor your turkey, your chicken, your steak, whatever you want. What do we got? It's a word now. What's a word now? I don't know what word. What word is it? But bird is the fucking word. Yeah, the Discord shit. Okay, so we're letting this get up. This is almost to a light roux. It is just there. I'm letting this flour cook out. If I were to instantly add the milk, it would have a gritty, floury taste. I don't want my mac and cheese to taste like flour. I want it to taste like mac and cheese. So now I'm going to add 2 cups of milk. 1, 2. And then I'm going to turn this sucker up to a medium high, and I'm going to let it go. Once it comes to a boil, it will have thickened, and I will be able to add my cheese. And do I have... Kush, I hope it's okay, but I'm going to add some Parmesan and Romano, because I want to. All right. I take our whisk, tap it on chat, osmosis sync. It is a word now. Somebody call Webster, we're going to add it. So when you're making bechamel, you just kind of want to just stir it. Milk has a lot of butter fat, just like cream. So it ends up being, it'll scorch really easily. So I just want to incorporate all the flour. I'm going to let it come up to a slow simmer. We're going to, oh my God, that is gorgeous. We're going to taste our honey balsamic. It is out of bounds. Absolutely out of bounds. Blaze, I'm so thankful that you decided this is what you wanted for supper tonight. And that is what's up. And then he hit me up with a burger. A fucking, like, loaded cheeseburger thing. I'm gonna have to do some research. So, while that is doing its thing, I'm going to crush some Ritz crackers, Hulk Hogan style. I'm just gonna go, Ritz smash like a fucking Hulk, cracker Hulk. Not to be confused with a white Hulk. You know, you don't want to go there. But it's all cracked and smashed. Now these are going to bake beautifully over our mac and cheese. Set those aside. Then, next we're going to get back to our our bechamel sauce. Just giving it a nice stir. It is not boiling just yet, so it hasn't thickened up. But it is starting to get there. I can feel it. As I'm using my whisk over the bottom, I can feel different where it's starting to stick. So I'm just kind of running my whisk over those areas and just allowing it to not do that. Double checking our butter for the sriracha topping. It is starting to soften. I'm allowing it to soften off heat. It's off the stove. All the residual heat from everything over here is allowing it to soften and melt. I want it to melt a little bit so that we can add the sriracha. We can brush the top of the potato buns. It'll kind of bake a little bit in the oven. It'll be, nice and juicy-goosey. Loosey-goosey, juicy-goosey. What do we got? Hey, Hey, Hardhead. Who are you? I don't know. But you're awesome. Thanks for stopping by. So, we are getting the sauce to thicken. And it is getting on like Donkey Kong. All three versions on that SNES. Everybody ever play Donkey Kong on that Super Nintendo? That Super Nintendo is the OG of the systems, baby. At least for millennials. I'm like at the edge of the millennials. I'm like 34, not 36. 36 is a cutoff. Shh, don't tell anybody. Alright, it's starting to boil. That means it's starting to thicken. Once it boils, it hits its, like, peak of a thickness. And you know that you have done a good job in making your gravy. Making your sauce. This is nice and smooth. I got a little bit. I got my Star Wars spatula. It is slightly nappe. It's not as thick as I want it. That's what she said. But what's going to end up happening as I add my cheeses, it's going to melt and be so beautiful. So I'm going to turn my heat down to a 3. And we're just going to add the gouda and the shredded cheddar. Dun, 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 and we're going to stir. Because now is it comes the fun when it starts to scorch. It starts to thicken massively. Cheese has so much more fat in it than milk. So it will burn. So I want to make sure that I have a low heat and a very, very quick stir. That with a spatula. Now I'm going to hit it with the whisk. What the whisk is going to do, it's going to help break up the cheese. And it's going to allow it to melt evenly. Cheddar and mozzarella especially don't always want to melt evenly. They want to get really stringy. And nobody wants that. So now, this is actually pretty baller. I'm actually quite excited. And this is working. Not that I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just saying. Blaze, he's dropped by my stream before. Tough, well, we don't know you. I don't know you. But that's okay. The disrespect. It's alright, man. I heart you 3,000, bro. I got you. It's okay. I'm gonna stop by your stream maybe once or twice. It's okay. You know, I'll hang out. We party. It's all good. Okay. Cheddar, mozzarella, or cheddar and Gouda done. A little bit more. Now we're going to, I'm going to actually eat this. Add the mozz. Man, this mozzarella is so good. Mozzarella. Mozzarella. Try the hands. Boom. So good. So fucking good. Alright, take the spat. And we're just going to slowly incorporate the mozzarella into the sauce. Mac and cheese, while maybe easy, is an art. He be in his cooking. No, fuck yeah, dude. I mean, it's just straight up. Like, this is some Tony Stark shit. Man, this is some Pepper Potts. He be cooking for her. And he be out there and be like, it's okay, Miss Potts. It's okay. I got you. I got this mac and cheese right here. Be like, it's right there. Hey, Jarvis. Jarvis, give me a mac and cheese recipe. Alright, I'm going to give the pasta a little bit of a toss. It's still doing its thing. And the mac and cheese with the mozzarella. Mozzarella is the worst. It is so good. But when making sauces, it just, it does not like to play. It takes a hot minute for it to really get involved. And by involved, I mean melt completely. Normally there's a bunch of bites and stuff. Love you 3,000, bruh. Hashtag that shit. Hashtag heart. I less than 3 you, bro. Less than 3. It makes a heart. It's like do. I don't even fucking know. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Anyways, back to life, back to reality. We're just going to give this a quick stir. I'm done with the spat. Back into the whisk. Whisk is going to help break up the cheese. So I'm going to break up that mozzarella. I'm going to do it in a bunch of like figure 8 patterns. I'm going to shimmy. I'm going to shake. I'm just going to make it get baked, yo. We're about to get baked. And some know about that and some don't. And if you don't, maybe you should. Oh my God. Oh my Lady Gaga. Look at that shit. Just look at that. Is some dirty fucking food. My man, that is some fucking dirty food. Like, I've seen some fancy cooking and people are like, oh, look at my plate. Look at it. It's so nice. You got like 3 things on there, bro. Who eats 3 things? Nobody in America. This is food porn. Look at this. It is fucking dripping. Yes, this is who you want to marry right here, man. A dripper. Fucking dripper. Just give it a quick stir. You shake it up, you whisk her just right. Just right. Then it does this. Liquefies. It gets all over the place. Everybody loves it. Everybody! Alright. We're going to cut the heat off of this guy. And I'm going to add my Parmesan. And I'm going to talk in the chat. Love you 3,000, bro. Hashtag bro love. Yo! Alright. Now I want to add some parm. Just because I'm adding some salt. This is like salt-free salt. By adding bacon, by adding Parmesan cheese, I don't have to add any added salts. Now I might, because I'm going to taste this, and you want to taste everything that you do. Absolutely everything. If you're not tasting everything, you're not doing your food justice. So we're just going to give this some more stirrage. Some more stirrage. More. I'm screaming more. Yeah, we went there. We went 80s. What is that? What song is that? Is that Def Leppard? Is that Scorpions? Is that AC? That's not AC/DC. So we're just gonna give that a shake. Yeah. And a little bit more milk. Actually, we're going heavy cream. Have just a third of a cup. And I'm using this as a binder. What this is going to do is it's going to add a little bit more liquefaction and it's going to bind the cheeses. It's going to allow it to liquefy, get a little bit thinner. Come together. Come together right now over food. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. I don't want it to be all ooey and gooey. Why? Because when it bakes, I want the pasta to absorb the sauce. I don't want it to absorb the cheese. Dog wants a taste. Yeah. Can you hear her? She is snorting all over the fucking place. She's just, this pit bull, man. She crazy. Go, Lily. All right. So I want it to absorb the sauce. I don't want it to absorb the cheese, if that makes any sense. When you have too cheesy pasta, I don't want cheese pasta. I want mac and cheese. I want macaroni with a cheesy sauce. It's I don't know, it's a thing. God, I need more beer. Okay, so sauce is good. Let's strain our pasta. Ghetto-ass colander action. Quick stir of the pasta to get it all incorporated. Keep it incorporated. So a spoon. Actually, I have this thing over here for all of this. Let's give this a stir. Oh man, perfect, perfect incorporation. And I don't need to add any salt because it's actually flavored quite nice. That mozzarella. Drain the pasta. Give it a couple of shakes. You really want to make sure that the water is off of the pasta. Now, it's really kind of cool sometimes to take the pasta water, which ends up becoming a so-called pasta broth. Because if you think about it, what is chicken broth? Chicken broth is nothing but chicken cooked in water. So now I'm going to take my pasta, add it to that. But where I was going with that was you can take the pasta water and add it to your sauce, and it instantly flavors it with a salty pasta stuff, and it's just so good. So now we're going to let this sit here and absorb into the pasta while our pork is cooking. It is almost done. Almost done. So we're going to let this do its thing. Let's taste the sauce. It's where I want it. So where I want it. Take our dish. Actually, I need to get rid of this because this is going to be a bitch to clean. So we're going to let that sit in some water. I got that same colander. Dude, it's just, I mean, who does it? It's like that casserole dish that everybody's got, that their grandmother had. And it's got like, it's white with like some flowers and shit on it. Like everyone's got it. I'm pretty sure it was in like that 70s show or some shit. But it's just kind of one of those things. So I'm watching the Instapot. Instapot's got like 2 minutes left. It's bada bing, bada boom, yo. It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm so glad you guys have been hanging out with me, man. So glad. I think I got that. Of course you got that. Rusty, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Thank you for stopping by. Everyone's got it. If you don't got it, then you need to get one. Go to Goodwill. I'm sure you can find it. It's been redonated all over the place. Okay, so we got our casserole dish. We got our pasta. It is absorbing the sauce. And now we're going to add it to the dish and top it with the crusty stuff. The crusty stuff. All right, take it. Make sure you got a good wrist action. If you don't, then you need some practice. If you don't know how to practice, Google it. Google how to get wrist action. I'm not going to put all of this in here. I'm going to save us some for later. I'm going to let it absorb that. Mainly because my casserole dish can only take us so much, Captain. It can only take us so much. I'm going to give it a shake. Give it a nice little toast. And that's what's up. I think I got the same one somewhere. Don't Google that. Dude, you should Google it. I want to know what happens when you Google it. Like, just do it. Just do it. Make it a shake. Evens everything out. And then we have more beer. And now, we have our crushed rich crackers. Did you hear that? The went beep, beep, beep. Instapot is done. Now, there will probably be some sounds-ish. Oh, shit. Where did it go? Ooh. There's a lot of steaming. It's a very steamy, very steamy. Now I got pop-ups everywhere. Dude, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's like iMesh and, it's like kazoo back in the day. You know what to do? Get a new hard drive. Oh, God, I hope this Instapot does not explode. There's steam coming out everywhere. Okay, so we have our crushed rich crackers, and we're just going to evenly proportion them over the top. Just like this. Just shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Or shake it like if you Googled it and you kind of figured out how to get some new wrist action. Anyways, boom, 350 in the oven. I'm going to set it off to the side because we're about to get our sliders done. So we're going to clean up our cutting board. Knife's going to work. Let's go to the trash-a-macan. Because right now we're about to slice our buns. And then we're going to hook it up on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. Paper of the butcher paper. Not to be confused with the Witcher paper. It is butcher paper. Butcher paper is if wax paper, parchment paper had a baby, that baby would become a meat cutter. And it would be pink-ish. Okay, butcher paper is actually legit. I prefer butcher paper over parchment paper simply because it's just a lot more fun. God, I hope this is done. So let's take this off to the side. Let's set this right here. Get some tong action. That tong. Oh. Yes! It is splitting. It is shredding. We's gonna get shredded, foes. We's gonna get shredded. So we're gonna let this cool down for a hot minute. Shake it like a salt shaker, baby. Shake it like a salt shaker. So we're going to shift this over to the side. I was going to do the buns, but first I'm going to do the pork. You gotta pork it. You gotta pork it just right. So get a nice stainless steel bowl. Okay, the trick with pulled pork. Pork and chicken absorb liquid like a motherfucker. And it's just, it's one of those things. So, like if you get a barbecue sandwich, North Carolina, Alabama, South Carolina, East Coast, it is saucy. So saucy. I'm not looking for it to be super, super saucy. I'm looking to glaze it. I am looking for it to absorb my honey balsamic. So I'm going to shred it minus the liquid because I want it to absorb other liquids. It is osmosising. It's a magnet to flavor. Appreciate you, Rusty. Thanks for stopping by. You have been a gem. All right, so we're going to take the pork nuggets. We're going to give it into the bowl. Give into the bowl. Give into the bowl. And yes, sir. I think we're going to have the perfect amount for this balsamic. Well, maybe not. So I did about, what did I do? I did about 3/4. And we're just going to take it, and I'm going to lock the tongs, and I'm just going to beat the shit out of it. I'm just going to pow. There's no reason to take 2 forks. I've got, like, some hardcore Wolverine tong things. Like, whatever. Pork nugget. Yeah, pork nugget. Who doesn't love a pork nugget? You talk about chicken nuggets? No. McDonald's needs to step up their game and get pork nuggets. So we're just gonna shred it. I just want it to be nice and shredded because we're gonna cover the potato buns with this motherfucker. We're gonna cover it. So just chop that.
Get some frustration out, man. Just beat that bitch.
Beat that pork. I mean, beat that meat. Damn it. There is absolutely no thing to talk about that is appropriate when shredding pork. Or just shred the pork, man, but do it with a really good, like you're shaking a salt shaker. There's probably a lot of things in their nuggets, but their nuggets are pink. So, on Wednesdays, we wear pink. So we're just going to give this a quick toss. Like, I'm going to put this out on the cutting board just so you can see. I think you can see. It's just, I want it to shred up. Let's taste it. Hot! Hot! It's good. It's got good flavor. Let's attack it again. Get your Joker laugh on, and then just, that one needs to be eaten. Oh, not all of it. Well, a little bit of it. Oh, good. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Tong it up, baby. Everybody loves a good tonging. Bring your cutting board a little bit over the edge. Shift in the pork. Don't think we need that much. That much is for later. Okay. Now we're going to add our balsamic honey glaze. This stuff, oh man, it has just gotten, look at that. You see this, my fools? Look at this. Look. Looky, I got a hooky. I don't even know. Can you even see this? It's syrup. It's pure syrup. So we're just going to toss. We're going to glaze the living shit out of this pork. Ba 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 ba. Pork sandwiches. Ba 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 ba. Pork sandwiches. Okay, so that's done. We're gonna get some hot water on that because that's gonna be nasty. That's gonna suck to clean. I'm gonna have to clean up some bitch tomorrow. So we're just gonna get some hot water on that bitch. Let's get a little bit of shakeage. Let it sit. Done. Okay. Take the tongs. Wait, first we eat some pork. Shake it. We chuck our mac and cheese. Looking very good. That's fine. Drink. Refreshing. Toss. Woosah. Very Cobra Kai, man. Cobra Kai. So we are glazing this pork. Oh my god. Oh my Lady Gaga. This is absorbing some shit. This is getting dope. We're going to add the rest of this pork. Because this glaze is doing its thing, baby. Doing its thing. We're going to toss it. Mainly because I don't want it to be super, super duper saturated, which is why I added the rest of the pork. I just want it to be flavored. Just enough. Ow! Sometimes with tongs you can pinch yourself. Alright. Boom! Come on, you cheap ass motherfucker. There we go. Let's taste. Damn, son. Woo! You think I know what I was doing or something? Alright, I'm gonna set that off to the side. Butter. Almost semi-soft. I need a bowl. Bowl. Sriracha. I'm looking at about a tablespoon or a half a tablespoon. Butter. Softened. I'm looking at 2 tablespoons. Boom. Microwave. 30 seconds. Whoa, there's tea or coffee or something in here. There's water. There's some random ass water in my fucking room microwave. 30 seconds. Fridge. Done. Beer. Cheers. Time for the buns. Time for the buns. Hella thick. Fuck yeah, it's hella thick. That's what she said, baby. You, it's all about the girth, man. Link don't mean shit. Look at the Titanic. Oh, my dogs are barking. I'm so sorry. They're very loud. The Titanic sank no matter how big that bitch was. Alright, we's gonna get our happy little buttery thingy out. Our brush. So the butter is softened, melted in with the sriracha. Give it a quick stir. The residual heat from the rest of the butter. We good? Taste? Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Yes, sir. So we're going to do 12 sliders at once. Why? Because, my friends, this is what's called a pull apart. The knife. Clean it. By cleaning it, you just take that edge off of the edge of your cutting board. Boom! Clean. Alright. Now we just gonna take it and we just gonna slice. Slice through the center of these buns. Slice through it like your life matters. Slice through it like buns live matter. Bun lives matter, yo. Everybody knows that bun lives matter. It's okay. It's okay. Ooh, we's got it. We's got it good. Okay, so we're gonna shift this to the cutting board. I mean the butcher paper. Add this over to here. We're gonna take our top. We're going to fold it over. That way we'll shift this back. This forward and back. Make sure everything is aligned. Then we're just gonna layer. I'm gonna go pork, cheese, top, butter. Pork, cheese, top, butter. All right. Pork. We got the shredded honey balsamic pork right here. Right on top. Just like a these. Just like a these. This is gonna be so dope. So dope. Look at this. Looky, looky. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so good. This is just so good. We're taking you to Flavor Town. If you've never been, the stop is here. Tell Guy Fieri. He don't even know what Flavor Town is because he ain't been here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at Sheila. Look at. Look at. Look at. Look at 30 out. Look at 30 out. Look at 30 out. What y'all know about some Angela Johnson, baby? Little Angela Johnson. Hashtag Bun Lives Matter. Dang, that looks amazing. Yes, that is a new thing. Trend that shit on Twitter. Trend that shit. Alright. Now, Havarti. Havarti is super creamy. Is light. Melty. So we're just gonna do I'm gonna do four squares. Just layer each one over the top of the other. You know what? I'm gonna do 5 because I want one right there in the middle. Man, that looks good. And we got the buns. We're just gonna put the top back out. Tap on it. 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 Y'all know that song. Jump on it. Jump on it. Alright, we have our sriracha butter, and we're just going to brush it over the top. Over the top. It's like that Sylvester Stallone movie, only way better, and no arm wrestling, because, you know, nobody wants to arm wrestle over a fucking slider. Sharing is caring when it comes to food, yo. Just do it. Alright, look at this. Just dab it, yo. Just dab it. Boom! Dab that shit. Dab that shit. Boom! Yeah, I dabbed with food. But an actual legitimate dab. Just like this. Okay. Now this shit's gonna go in the oven. This should take no more than like 2 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes tops. I'm looking at it. While I'm looking at it, I am watching my mac and cheese, and it is almost there. Gonna let that dude close. Give our other mac and cheese a stir. I will portion that out later. More pork for later. I'm a messy motherfucker. Typically, I clean as I go. I will clean up later. Flip, spin, fold under, set aside. Pantry. Here we go. Our food is almost done. It's almost ready to be plated. That should be one of your emotes, Flavor Town. That should be one of my emotes. Like, people don't even know. I need to get to affiliate so I can fucking have emotes, dude. I'm so pissed. I'm almost there. I'm like 0.5 away. I will get there, and then I will get there. It's just a thing. It's okay. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. You can't rush. You can't rush, man. You get in a rush, you get to affiliate. You still ain't making no scratch. You ain't making nothing. You're just like, oh, I'm affiliate, cool, I got a bunch of viewers. Shit. That don't mean shit if you ain't making no scratch. Alright, crush for later. Why? Because I'm sure there's gonna be something I'm gonna want to put it on. Okay. Beer. Drink. Just like the pasta. Damn, son. Yes, sir. Man, I love a dude that listens. Or anyone that listens. Yeah. Yeah, you are, man. That's why I hang out. I love you guys. You guys are so supportive. You love each other. And man, I haven't spent this much time in a damn chat room since I was like 13. Shit, man. It brings back memories. Memories! Yeah, it's like hanging out all the time. It's really cool, man. Discord is really fun, man. Yeah, you gotta make that scratch. Otherwise, you are investing a lot of time to play video games, which is totally cool. I enjoy a good video game. And I enjoy cooking. I'm good at it. I've been doing this a very, very long time. But I likes to get paid. The smells. It's so good. It's just so good. All right, let's get this out of here just for a second. Do I have a plate? I might have a plate over here. We need to get some plates. There's not a plate in here. There is a plate. It's a baby plate. That's okay. It's fine. We got a baby plate. You know what? Fuck this shit. We gonna plate this shit on the damn cutting board. Fuck a plate. Fuck a motherfucking plate. What a fucking plate know? Plates don't know shit. We gonna wipe this down. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. You just wipe. Just wipe. Scratchy McScratcherson. Ooh, so pretty. We gonna put some mac and cheese on here. We gonna put some sliders on here. Pull aparts and a dope mac and cheese. Yes, sir. All right. It's a patient game. So what did you guys end up doing tonight? Like, what was your actual plan? As I know, it wasn't to watch me. We gonna get there. We gonna get to a schedule to where I know that it is to watch me and me to watch you. So let's pull the mac. It is bubbling. It is gorgeous. We're going to leave the sliders. Dos most minutes. And I'm going to turn my heat off. I'm letting the heat of the oven finish cooking the sliders. Because what I want is when I put them on here and I'm going to shred, I'm going to pull them apart. Brother, I'm going to pull them apart. It's like families being ripped apart with love. And coming back together over food. Yeah. That made absolutely no fucking sense. Was to watch you. Of course it was. Well, when I'm in Austin, I have to DM you and teach me how to cook for your stream. Fuck yeah, dude. CC, you're in Austin, you will be on the fucking stream. Fuck that shit. Mickey, you were editing a UFC video? What UFC video? Yeah, Austin, Texas. Well, I'm actually in Hutto. It's like just north of Austin. Patience. Patience, patience. So, I'm letting the mac and cheese rest. I could portion it out right now, but it would just go perker splat, everywhere. And nobody wants messy mac and cheese. We want ooey gooey flavor. Ooey gooey flavor. I'm on repeat. This guy likes to repeat himself. So, I'm going to let it rest. Just a couple of minutes. It doesn't take that long. The pasta's going to seize up. It's going to absorb the sauce. It's like a brisket or a steak. Once you cook it, like, don't eat it. Or a chicken. When you cook chicken and you cut into it or you just leave it on a plate, all of a sudden there's, like, juice everywhere. You're like, ugh. Well, that's because you let it rest. Or you didn't let it rest. When you let it rest, those juices absorb into the meat. It gets all the flavor. The flavor, savor, the flavor. Because you know the fever of the flavor. About to go grab... Dude, fuck yeah, see you in 2.5 hours. Bet, son. What part? What part? You taught me in a way easier way to make my favorite meal. Yes, I did. Oh, man, maybe you and Cece should get together and hang out. Because she's in Houston, too. We're going to give this a shake. I know it's starting to get set. We're going to pull out the sliders, the pull aparts. Oh my. If you could smell this, it would just be like, oh, so good, so good. You would cry. Little baby tears. Tears of babies. Because babies cry a fucking lot. So you would have them, tears, because the food, it's so good. Alright, yo. Let's get this on like Donkey Kong. Boom. Mac and cheese. Going on the board. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Going on the board. Yes, sir. A little bit more on top. So dirty. So dirty. Let's get that section out. Now let's get some pull aparts. Is it hot enough? Ow! That's hot. Don't grab it. Alright, my sexy bitches. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, yep. Ow. They're gonna pull. Ow! That's hot! Ow! We're just gonna get a napkin. That cheese! You're welcome to the idea. For real, I mean, just damn. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's just. Wait, it's got gloves. Whoo! Oh, that one didn't do anything. Actually, I'm gonna burn myself for this. Fuck this. It's a fucking stream. Yes, sir. That meatiness. Look at that. Ooh, it fell right over. Oh my gladdy fucking gaga. This is some shallow shit right here. Woo. I love pull aparts. Damn it, Kush, I'm so glad we're friends. You have made my night. I didn't know what to make tonight. I was fucking probably make some like $2 ramen or some bowl of cereal. What was it? I got bitched at today because I'm a chef and I had some fucking tuna in a package. And I was like, hey, that's why doctors are fat and mechanics have the worst cars. Let's see if this will do it. Oh, it did. It only did half of it. That's okay. I'm going to eat the rest of this shit. Oh my god. So good. So good. Oh my lord. I don't know. Look at this shit. Are you shit? Up close. Up close. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Do, 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 do. Let's eat one. Alright, how is this gonna be? Who wants one? Mmm. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So, homie, I hit him up yesterday, Blaze Kush, right? I was like, hey, brother, what should I make? He goes, honey pulled pork, honey balsamic. And then mac and cheese. Bada bing, bada bada, bada boom. With the cheddar and the mozzarella and the gouda. And I was like, alright, cool, pulled pork. What do I do that over? Some rice? Nah, that's not doing it justice. What else can we do? Potatoes? Nah, not doing it justice. Sliders. Pull parts. Alright? Sliders, okay. Little buns. No. Hawaiian rolls. Woo! That's where I was going. Hawaiian rolls. What cheese? Fontina? No. Mozzarella. Already in the mac and cheese. Havarti. Why? I know things. I drink, I think, and I know things. I'm basically Game of Thrones. I'm the king of the South. I'm gonna eat another one. Actually, we need to try this mac and cheese. Do, 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 do. Get a fork. Do, 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 do. Don't pick me up so we can drive this highway. Fuck yeah! No lie, that's the only my minivan is in good shape. It's okay. It's alright. We's gonna get by. Have y'all heard me be quiet all night? No, I don't. Words cannot express this mac and cheese. I feel like I need to end the stream because I need to go, take this with me, have a moment of silence. No! Man, that's good. What? So good. Oh my god. I don't know why you blended those flavors, bro. Dude, mac and cheese. Oh my god. Whew. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. That was so fucking dope. Alright, guys. This is a Cypher Zone, bro. Not like the Sanders Zone. You go watch Triple H's and ain't nothing like that. Fucking Cypher Zone. We made honey balsamic pulled pork sliders. An adult style mac and cheese. Which is going to be a combination of gouda, mozzarella, cheddar cheese, Ritz crackers over the top, baked in the oven. Very, very simple. Thank you for tuning in. Now for a chat. Hi guys. Wasn't it so good? I did take the paper towel to wipe my fucking tears, man. I know! Dude, I'm gonna go fucking sleep with this shit. This is so fucking dope. It's so good. Miranda.
What?
Come get food.
You played it?
No, but it's time.
Please?
Okay. Alright, guys. So, what's up, man? What do y'all end up doing tonight? Because that's the stream. I'm going to cut that, edit that, and throw that on YouTube and shit. Now I'm just hanging out, chit-chatting. Feel free to bounce off. Do what you got to do for the rest of your night. You've got streams. Let me know. Babe, come get it. And I will watch. I will hang out. I might actually go game myself. What? Wasn't that so good? Yeah, for sure. Would you do that? Would you like fucking cook with me? Like, could that be a thing? I mean, I'm gonna post it. Fuck yeah. Thanks, Crow. Thanks for showing up, man. That'd be dope, dude. I'd love to cook with you guys, man. Do like an actual legitimate stream cooking class. Like they do at Pod Class. Maybe sign some motherfuckers up. Do like 4 screens or some shit. Yes, you do need some Texas in your life. That mac and cheese, right?
Fucking legit.
Dude, it's so fucking good. Probably the best mac and cheese I think I've made in my life.
This is nummy.
It's so good. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. It's so good. I love making dirty food, man. I don't make like fancy food. I make food that is fancy-ish. It's just dirty. Yeah. Don't say that. Best of my life. I don't even know what that is. Discord vid call with the 2 of you. Alright, bro. Because you're going to have to teach me how to do this shit. Makes me want it more. I'm not even kidding, dude. I make a lot of mac and cheese. But, damn.
That's really good.
Oh, I'll post it. You can make it. If it doesn't turn out, I suck. It'll turn out. It'll totally turn out. So good. Oh my god. Oh, shut up. You really can, man. I might add a little bit of blue, but I don't think it needed it. It don't need anything. And the Ritz crackers? Oh my god. Just like adding it. And that little bit of Parmesan, man. Little bit of Parmesan. Took it over the top. Just here, now here. I won't. I'm not gonna make it fucking different ever again. I might add a little bit of spiciness. I'll add some chili flake.